Hello everyone, here is Daniel from teahouse to present you the teas for this month, November tea rose box. Hope you're very well. We are super happy because this is the first anniversary of the tea rose box subscription. So it's been an incredible year with that. It was really uplifting for us. It was really stimulating and motivating. Even we just learned so much ourselves about tea as we never finish our apprenticeship with tea because there's so much to know about. So that was a really nice way to go through the pandemic for many people, for us too, as it always kept us looking for new things for you and increasing the way to explain them to you and to make you even more happy. So that's what and we're super happy to announce that there will be a smaller version of the subscription starting. So this one, the 7 teas every month, like the tea road, will just keep its way. And for the ones that want a smaller version, only 4 teas sent each month, there'll be the small tea road and that will be also, so both subscriptions options will be available, and just in a way to make it more accessible and affordable for some people that could not or just found that it was too much tea to drink for them if they're by themselves, or you know, that's just to make it more accessible for everyone. So we're just looking forward to see more people discovering about great tea and opening their horizons to different teas that what they don't drink normally. So that's what makes us really motivated, so many more people can just enjoy good tea instead of you know the teas I'm talking about. So what do we have in this month box? So we have 7 different teas. No mystery tea this month. We'll probably have one next month for December. So first, so it's a box that is really varied. So we have a aged white tea from 2015 vintage. It's Shumei. It's from our friends, the Zhou family in Fuding. So Shumei is the 4th grade of white tea from spring. So you have Bai Hao Yanzhen and Bai Mudan that are the first picks. After that you have GONG and Shumei. So what does it mean? Does it mean that it's not good? No, it means that it's larger leaf, a bit thicker and a bit bolder, so more simple, we'll say. But I really love Shumei myself. I think it's really a good bang for the buck, as we say. It's fruity, it's waxy, beeswax, you have honey in it, it's super reinfusable, really light and complex. So when you look at your little taster's wheel here, you have lots of fruit and pastry, like, so we call gourmand in French. So everything that is about like the pastry. So you have spices there, in that profile of the gourmand. We've put the little croissant there, so you have honey is in there, you have butter and all those things that we should not eat too much, you know. Nutmeg is fine and cinnamon, but it's, you know, all the things that you find in a pastry shop. So Shumei is really good in gaiwan. You can drink it in a bowl or in a teapot. It's a really simple tea, and you can sip it many times, I think, really in a fun way. Low caffeine, so you can. It's really autumnal. It's really a tea that fits in the apple pie style of tea. So really, I mean, this tea is not yet on the website. We just wanted the subscribers to taste it first, and after that we'll put it online probably mid-November or something like that. So we'll have some left. If you really liked it, you can buy more. It's cheap and it's really good. Yeah. For green teas, we have 2 green teas, really different, so it's not a competition between the 2. It's we started with the SENCHA SHOU MEI KAORI, which is a new cultivar. It's a new tea also that you taste first and will be available online in a few weeks, few days to few weeks. It's a SENCHA we kept on hold and standby for you in the freezer since spring. So it's super fresh. It's really green and tasty and smooth. Shumei KAORI is a cross between Asatsuyu and another not sorry, my music just made something strange. So Asatsuyu and another cultivar that I think it's Saimidori, but it's really close to Asatsuyu in that kind of depth of greenness, but not a grassiness, not a hayness. It's more something really smooth, velvety and deep. Yeah, a bit of sakura also in that. So you have that kind of cherry blossom feeling to it. Quite marine taste also. So it's from our friends in Kagoshima, in Chiran section of Kagoshima. So this one will be available soon too, if you want more. After that, we have a real big classic of China. So it's a LUO CHUN Jade snail, a spring jade snail. So it's a really like a top 5 classic of green teas, and there's many different LUO CHUN. This one is an honest LUO CHUN. It means that it's a ratio, quality and price is good. It's representative of what it's supposed to taste like. It's not the most expensive one. It's not with the lots of furry silver hair on the buds that tastes super expensive and sometimes even taste ashtray and bacon. It's, let's say, LUO CHUN, there's many bad ones around. This one is really clean. It doesn't have that smoky or animal note to it. It's vegetal, herbaceous for sure. Normally you have some peach and apricot and pear mixed in that greenness. So you can feel it in that one. This year has been maybe a less finer than last year, but some people prefer it. So those things are really personal. So you have a bit of roastiness from it, not smokiness, but roastiness that comes from the hand firing in the wok, and that makes that kind of bit like in Longjing or Leon Guapian. You have that kind of little toastiness to it, and yeah, so it comes from Suzhou. The Tongting Lake is there. There's a mountain there, and around in lower altitude you have these growers here, that LUO CHUN that we enjoy in the gaiwan or in a teapot. That's fine. You can also drink it in a bowl or in a glass as they drink over there, and it's quite tasty, and some people really are big fans of LUO CHUN. So okay, and that then is the most interesting part. It's a little challenge between 2 baozong from Pinglin. So one from Mr. Chang and one from Mr. Wang. Put it like this. So 2 teas that are really alike, but from the same area, same harvest time or about, same elevation or about. So why to have the same tea from 2 different tea makers? Well, to discover the difference between each, like for wine, from 2 Vouvray, but one from Vincent Carême and the other one from anyway, I'm supposed to know them. I've been there. But what does it mean? There's a story behind that, and I'll just tell you quickly. So Mr. Chang is the tea master that we buy baozong from since many years, and normally I go there and I buy directly baozong from him. I really enjoy this man. He's really smiling and simple and really welcoming, and I really feel a bit like father feeling from him. Really nice. And So normally I buy tea from him, and it's easy. And last year was simple too, by email with his daughter that speaks English. Normally I don't contact him directly by afar, it's when I go there, but so his daughter is helping me with this. And this year, no answer. Email again, text, no answer. So I was kind of worried for him. I was worried for us also because we were out and I really wanted Baozong to be back. So I asked my friend Roy. He's Taiwanese and he's passionate about tea, and he is helping us with different teas like that are hard to find. So like Baihao, when it's overpriced and you need contacts to buy Baihao, and many people jump on the only lots that are available, so you need to be there to buy them, you know. So and he helps us with translation with some other tea makers like some Moon Lake black tea that we received recently too. So I said to him, you know, I bought Baozong from you a long time ago at the beginning of Jade before going to Taiwan. Can you provide us a few kilos of Baozong? I have problems contacting my tea farmer. And he said, yeah, I work with Master Wang. Master Wang is really good. He receives some prizes every year and he's really well known. It's an old master. And so I said, okay. I trust you. Just grab a few kilos for me. That will just help for now. And the day I said that, and I kind of I'll say that in English. I said yes. Anyway, so I had a deal with them. Mr. Chang's daughter wrote back to me, hey, hello, sorry I missed your email, and yeah, so you want tea? And I said, yeah, actually yes, I'll take some, maybe less. I didn't tell about the second one. So yeah, so now I received 2 batches of tea, and Mr. Wang had problems too, because just before sending me the tea, he had this vaccine and he almost died apparently from side effects. So that was really a complicated situation, all that. But finally I received the 2 lots, and it was really interesting to see how different they can be and to share these with you, because you can see if you would go there yourself and at the idea of finding a tea, you would visit many farmers before finding the one that is good for you. Mr. Chang, I always be loyal to him. What I like from his teas are the fruity aspect, fruity and pastry gourmand aspect from it. And it's flowery, but it's fruity also. And maybe this year is not his best. Like I took the lot he had left after all this time that went without contact, you know. I just trusted him like I do normally I like to choose, and they're always good, but I like to choose the one, and now I received that one, which is really good, and it's fun to compare it with Mr. Wang. It's another style, more flowery. So if you look at the wheel of the taster's wheel here, you'll see how fruity is floral is Mr. Wang, and more on the pastry side that is the one from Mr. Chang. Really more butter croissant than his counterpart. So that's so you can use a guy one tasting sets, or just to compare them side by side at in justice like this. So you have 2 grams, or if you can just try to make it with no bias, so you can really see and tell me. I'm really looking forward to have your comments about which one you prefer and why. And so if you want to write to me, or by email, or in the comments below, or I would just be super happy to know your favorite and why. So so Mr. Wang won't be on the website by itself. If you buy the online, it's the Mr. Chang, but you can specify. If you say I would like Mr. Wang, preferably. I really enjoy this flowery, light apple blossom and honeysuckle feeling to it. We can put that. It's a bit more expensive, but we can arrange something. Thank you. Okay, we have some left. That's what I mean. Okay, one of the last in the box, we have 2 left. MOJIANG Hong Gong Fu, which is a classic for us. It's really autumnal, really fruity and floral, honey, deep, sweet and rich cocoa feeling to it. So MOJIANG Hong Gong Fu is from Yunnan. You'll see the furry, beautiful golden leaves, which are buds actually that are oxidized, so you have that kind of coppery note to them. Really, really kind of dense fruit paste smell that comes from it. I really recommend water that is lower. We've put 85, but it's even like when we did the tasting for the notes here, we used 80 Celsius, and to me it brings more sweetness, more delicateness to it. So really clean water if possible, as always. So this tea is, they call it Dai Jing, is golden Dai, and it's a cultivar that's special to SHOU MEI area in Mojiang village. And you can enjoy it in Gaiwan, preferably. A small Yixing pot for black tea if you have, or just a large teapot or a cup. It's a really simple tea that you can be rebrewed a few times if you want. And quite low caffeine for a black tea, so this tea is really one of the classic. We have them, we have the lots year after year, and this year is super good, so I think you'll enjoy this one. So it's on the website too. I'll put in the description of the video, I'll put the links to the online shop, so you can just get more infos or look at it and see if there's some left, and the price. At last, we have a tea, a fermented tea, a bit like a pu'er, but it's a Liu Bao. This comes from Guangxi, the neighbor province of Yunnan. It's from 2012, so soon to be 10 years old. It's a SHOU, so it's fermented in extraordinary conditions to make it ferment faster. So in 2012 spring, it was picked. Guangxi area in Wuzhou is really lots of streams and waterfall and lots of humidity and a lot of forest and wilderness and microorganisms that are naturally there in the environment, a bit like in Yunnan, and that goes in the tea. And when they, after harvest and withering, they will kill the green, so they will act in a way that it turns like a green tea. They will just stop the oxidation, and then they will have the tea that is already in contact with the yeasts and bacteria, and they'll add some, like the natural yeast, and put it in a pile to ferment. And after the fermentation is about a month, they'll just put it in some large basket, looks like laundry basket, and they'll just pile it up there. So it's kind of semi-compressed in a kind of warm and humid environment for a couple years before being sent out. So they are sent, and then we keep them in a dry storage. And I like this tea very much. Even probably I even prefer Liu Bao to pu'er, because I find it less acidic. It's more digestive to me in a way. Pu'er sometimes have that kind of wild harshness that is kind of a good thing for aging, but when it's fairly young, as we drink the tea here, because we don't have access to, I don't want to pay $10,000 for a 35-year cake, you know, or a 50-year cake. So I prefer to have some that are a bit more evolved but still young. So pu'er at that age are still kind of wild teenagers, you know, not as humans, but one teenage cakes. And the Liu Bao have that kind of sweet and smoothness that you don't find as much in young shang pour. So this shou pour feels like a shang to me. I have that no animal notes so much. It's really like the beetroot cellar, yeah, the vegetable cellar. You have that kind of a bit clayish and dust, but no mustiness. It's not moldy. It's really deep and smooth, as a good shang pour that is a bit aged, and really not acidic. So alkaline in the body, in the feel, and super generous. So you can rebrew many times. And to me, it's a really good tea that we hope to have enough for a few years. I hope. It's one that we sell quite a lot. It's part of the coup de cœur assortment that we. It's one of the probably the top 15 teas I would bring on a desert island for to drink for the rest of my life. It's one of the tea that we like really much at the shop. So you can enjoy it many ways, super generous also. So hope you'll enjoy the selection, and if you have any questions, as usual, it's info@chai.ca, or you can write in the comments below, or social media at Maison Chai. And the live Facebook this month, even if there's no mystery tea, we still do the tasting of all these teas. So it will be the 21st, Sunday 21st at 11 a.m. Most welcome, even if it's mostly held in French. Please, as last month, someone just really asked me a question in English and in the comments, and it was super fine. Like, I really love to be available, and I just adapt to what's needed, you know. So, and hope you'll enjoy the tea, and I wish you a beautiful month of November. Snow, if there's the first snowflakes, and hope to see you soon for the rest of the. If you're getting the December box, will be superb. It's a big Christmas gift that we want to make, so I think that will be a really good one too. So hope to hear from you, and wishing you a beautiful day. Thanks.